bottle, drinking out a bottle. I don't usually try and shoot no shots, but I can pass on a don't stop.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Ari. Come by with your girl, come by with your girl. Hey. So y'all, I am back with another video for y'all and a special guest. Introduce yourself to people that don't know you.
My name is Aminah, Playboy Mina on Instagram.
Okay. Period. Go follow her. It will be on the screen. So y'all, we are drinking pineapple sangria, Carlo Rossi. Yeah. I don't know why I feel like I said that wrong.
You said it right.
But yeah, so we're gonna be doing a little wind down Wednesday for y'all. We really only have one main topic. The rest is gonna come off the dome. Just be honest with y'all. But it's gonna flow. So the first topic that we have is spirituality. How like people don't really know what spirituality is. Like people think like, oh, okay, just because I have a bunch of crystals, or oh, because I say affirmations, I'm a very spiritual person. Like that's me practicing spirituality. I mean, I guess it's not, I'm not gonna say spirituality is like a practice, because that makes it sound like it's a religion, like people practice that. But it's so much more deeper than that.
Yeah,
like
spirituality, I feel like it's being one with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like trusting your intuition. You know, praying and basically wishing the best for you. Like constant, like the constant. Well, not constant, because everybody gonna have the down days and stuff like that. But being in tune with yourself, being the best version of yourself, trying to be the higher version of yourself each and every day.
And not only that, I feel like it's just. Like everything is within when it comes to spirituality. I don't feel like people realize that. Like, so when you get to saying like you seeking answers outside or like from other people, baby, I know for a fact you're not really like on that type of level that I'm on. Like when I consider myself spiritual, like I say that because I actually practice what I preach. Like I'm actually practicing and trying to better myself. Like it's one thing to say it, but actually like really doing it and putting in that work. Like I don't think people realize like it's so much more than just picking up a book or just buying crystals, like I said, or just saying a few affirmations. Like
this is really being one with yourself.
Like you have to really sit there and really you gotta really sit there and really take the time to really want to be a better person.
Yeah. Like basically face your shadow self. Like not everything's gonna be love, and like you're gonna have the negative selves. Like there's stuff that you need to recognize, you need to improve and stuff like that. So
I feel like you're not gonna go anywhere if you're not dealing with the dark side of you. Like it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. Like you really have to dig deep and really get down there, like, and figure out. That's how you really figure out yourself. Like it's one thing to spot out all the good and beauty of us, but there's still toxic traits people have, or just childhood traumas people have that people don't talk about. And it's like, cool, you don't gotta talk about it with other people, but you do have to talk about it with yourself.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to get to the bottom of it, I always say therapy, or you can get you a spiritual guide, a life coach, whatever you want to grab and consider.
Or even write to yourself in a notebook. Like it's so therapeutic, like writing to yourself. And like I recommend anybody like who want to like just better themselves, try reading this book called The Artist's Way. It's like a 12-week journey, and basically you write like 3-page morning pages. And you're just writing and writing whatever the fuck you want to write. Oops. But it's like it's really dope for real. Like you're just expressing, you're getting like everything that you like that's on your mind at the beginning of the day, like out. You know what I'm saying? So you're not worried about that shit. It's such an energy release. Like but it's also talking to yourself, getting to know yourself. Like what do you want? Who do you want? What do you think on a constant basis? Like are you always constantly thinking negative? This is always going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like when you manifesting like that negativity and stuff like that. So I feel like it has better spirituality, which is just being one of yourself and bettering your mentality, like, because that's what else can you do.
Also, a good book is The 4 Agreements. Love that book, y'all. It just breaks down. I feel like like I say in the book, it's easier said than done for real, to follow these 4 agreements. But I feel like having those in the back of your mind, it'll help you live your life a little bit more smoothly. Like, because at the end of the day, you have to start with. So I'm gonna tell y'all the 4 agreements so y'all can understand what I'm saying. So first one is be impeccable with your word, which just it means standing on, pretty much standing on business, standing on what you say. Like, for example, if you say you beautiful, you tell yourself you beautiful every day. Believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just say it just to say it. Like, yeah, I'm beautiful. Like, you just saying it's just like
say it and really mean it. Like, damn, bitch, you sexy as fuck. You fine ass motherfucker.
Right, because it might be that one person that might be like, you ugly, and now you done took it to heart because you don't really believe that you cute. So, like, now that
ruin your whole life, your whole day and stuff like that, you're living your energy based on somebody else's energy. You know
and then it's really hard to get out of that too. Like, trust me, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody that grew up where somebody told them they look like something, and for a long ass time you was stuck on that. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? Or you do something wrong and you just get to calling yourself stupid and stuff like that. Like, that's not good to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we all say it and do it. But again, this just goes back to the 4 agreements. So the second one is don't take anything personally. Which Aminah know, that's really like my biggest thing that I'm still learning right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's very, that's one of the things that's really hard. Like, it's so, this bring up another topic, but this is like, when you grow up and people like I don't know, just like the different phases of growing up. It just be crazy because it'd be like, okay, this point in time in my life, like, I really looked at myself like this, and now I'm here and I'm just like, damn, like, I really see a different version of me. Like, I really was, not to say, you can't really say that somebody you wasn't, because, I mean, that was something you need to experience, but it's just like,
it's like I always say, you live multiple lifetimes. Like, you die and rebirth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you used to be this person, you still that person, but you're not that person. You don't learn and grow. You don't learn from your mistakes. Live like that.
Then also being around people, like, you don't realize how much energy and what's the word? Vibrations y'all transfer. So it's like, maybe you was a person that really was confident. You start hanging out with somebody and they really just diminished everything. Now you like, you don't understand. They be like, people will be like, oh yeah, I miss when I used to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
You can still be that person.
You can, but it's like, that was going back to my, like, well, I guess that was like my point. Like, you can be a different person than you was. Like, of course you can look back and like reminisce or be nostalgic on these moments and be like, damn, like, I really do wish that was me. But like, at the same time, people have to realize, like, you'll never be the same version you once was, and you don't want to be. Like, that means you're growing. Like, to look back and be like, oh damn, I'm not the same person. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, wow. And I feel like other people ain't gonna really, like, see that for you. Like, you might have people that really grew up with you and really notice like the changes. Then you got some that's really bitter. How you bitter? Because I'm growing.
Yeah. And some people don't even notice they bitter. Like, it's just it's natural, like, naturally immense for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, that's also what goes back in hand. Don't take things personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think I live by, like, don't expect nothing from nobody. Like, it's not fair to expect nothing from nobody. Yes, we should, bad things, or, don't expect bad things, of course. But, like, don't expect somebody to do this, wake up and do this every day. You know what I'm saying?
Again,
like,
these are things we're speaking about that you just it's easier said than done, okay? Like, yes, we're saying these things. These are things we have worked on,
baby,
but it still means
hard.
something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely hard to stay consistent with doing certain things, especially with how you grew up or around the people. Like, it's like, oh, if you try not to cuss, but your whole family cuss. Or like, you try not to eat meat, but your whole family eat meat. Like, some things is just really hard, but I feel like if you have the dedication and consistency to want to do that for yourself, again, this goes back to wanting to better yourself as a spiritual being.
And this is also, you got to also remember, we are spiritual beings living a human experience. So as a human, we always fuck up. Of course, you're gonna revert. Like, life is part of, you learn a lesson, but the same lesson would happen to you like years later, and it's just, you heal from that situation or that type of thing, and you thought you good, and years later something triggers that emotion, and then you feel like you gotta restart all over again. It's just like relearning stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's life is a constant learning, relearning, and constant back and forth.
Sorry. I love in the book how they talk about when people like, okay, say somebody says something to you and you automatically get upset. Like, no, I didn't make you upset. You got triggered by what I said, which made you upset. So this goes back into not taking things personally. So it's like, if you didn't take what I said personally, which again may, like, you know, depending on the situation, like, yeah, you may take it personally, but at the end of the day, when you work on not taking it personally, it makes it so much. It's like, you know, they don't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. That don't have nothing to do with me. And I feel like if something do trigger you, express that and move on. Don't go off and snap. Like, I mean, again, easier said than done, but snapping on a motherfucker ain't gonna help it. Arguing down, trying to be toxic, not cute, not gonna help it. At the end of the day, you either trying to work on this or you not. Yeah. This brings me to the third thing is don't make assumptions. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is so big. Is like, because trust me, I have a hard time, like, where somebody will tell me something and I'm assuming something totally different. Now, don't get me wrong, baby. In some cases, I do be completely right about my motherfucking assumptions. But it's still not good to make assumptions. But I will say, a lot of times when I do be,
the intuition be intuition, and
I ain't gonna lie, this go back to following your intuition.
Yes, but also it's a difference between making assumptions and like following your intuition. Like assumptions is constant negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, it's like you expecting somebody to really do something and they're not even doing it. Like, you know, they're not even giving you the notation like they're actually doing something. Like they really, hey, you know, letting you know things and stuff like that. You know, like
it just be the small communication. I promise you, all like. People just need to learn how to communicate. I feel like I always express this in my videos, but
communication is the biggest
thing. It's
ever.
really so big, but it's like a lot of people don't comprehend that shit. Like, and comprehension is another one. I'm sorry. Like, you need to, like, be able to comprehend. Like, we can't have a conversation. You can't comprehend the words that's coming out of my mouth.
Listen to understand and listen not to just speak. You know what I'm saying? People listen to. Like,
and I'm not gonna lie, I never understood that. Until I got a little older and I was like, you know what, that makes sense. Like a lot of people really, like a lot of reasons why people just argue is because y'all don't want to take the time to actually listen to each other. It's like we just trying to prove a point or see who's right. It ain't about right or wrong. That's the problem. If y'all ain't never heard, the problem is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's also, sometimes it's like, you know, come to a compromise. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you will never understand each other's point, but it's called working out together to come to a compromise. So, you know, to understand and do how we gonna move on forward from this. Like, we both not agreeing, okay, so what we gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's like, if you ain't trying to, then okay, let that person go. Like, I think y'all need to, like, I think people as a whole need to just realize, like, it's okay to let people go. Like, I promise you, holding on to people will really drag you down to a level you don't want to see. Like, it's gonna make you be somebody you never was. Like, it's really gonna bring out something you're gonna be like, oh my god, like I should have left this alone or left this person alone like years ago. Yes, you should have. But
that also, I was gonna say, this also not only ties into like relationships, but like friendships, family members. Cause it's just like,
please don't think because they blood they gotta stay.
Because sometimes blood folks be the work folks, okay? Like,
it be your own people.
That's what they say.
Like what? Like, your own people. Trust me, I done seen it. So don't try to do that. Like it's not healthy, y'all.
Y'all can tell the difference. Who really there for you? Who really not? Who was always bitter and stuff like that.
I promise you, if you get a little instinct or a little kick in your heart to leave somebody alone, even when you first meet people, because I feel like people got a tendency to tell me this. Oh, you so mean. Like, why you don't, like, you know what I'm saying? We wanting to, like, mingle, make friends. Baby, I don't need any more friends. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but I'm at a point in my life where I'm just trying to network. And, like, yes, I like to meet new people. But to the extent of y'all being my friend, no. Like, if we make it in that, like, aspect, then sure. But, like, I'm not going out looking for friends. For one, you should never go looking for friends, baby. For two,
be careful what they say. Be careful what you shall seek for, whatever they say.
Okay, because you don't know what type of obstacles you done placed in your life now. But, but like at the end of the day, y'all, you just, I don't know, like, I really just forgot what my point where I was going. So
I was on with you, but I just really thought like, damn, I'm looking kind of high as fuck. I forgot what we was talking about for a second.
the fourth thing was do your best, and that's just the top. At the end of the day, do your best. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your best to not make assumptions. Do your best to be impeccable with your word. Do your best to not take things personally. And that was my point. Just like those are the 4 agreements. It's like if you follow those and try your best to do those, what can go wrong?
It's always operate out of integrity, y'all.
Yes.
Because your life will be, it's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Always
and find people that's really gonna be there. Like, find people that's really gonna do that for you. Like, cause. And that's that was my point in not wanting to make new friends. Like, I don't need people to come in my life trying to act like they giving sympathy and all that weird shit. I don't need that, baby. I want people that's gonna help me grow. I can help them grow. And we can, you know what I'm saying? Do this thing together.
I would like, also let's talk about friendships. Like, we should be able to tell each other what we doing wrong. Like, hey, your friend bragged to you, tell you some stuff. And you be like, it's not really all what you think it is, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like, oh, she a hater. No, not. We tell you the truth sometimes. You know, baby. Like,
maybe that's the one thing y'all hate about these caps, honey. But baby, I'm too real for it. I'm really too real for that. Like, in all honesty, like, I really cannot stand when people come to me with their problems, or even like, okay, even if people do come to me and they not really seeking for advice. For one, just don't come to me, because for me personally, I'm going to give advice, like, or I'm going to say what I want to say. So it's like, again, I will always listen, but don't expect me to just listen and not say nothing. Like, 9 times out of 10, that's not happening. Like, I just feel like there should have been no point in you telling me. Yeah. Like, because.
Well, no, I can't say that. Sometimes people just need a venting session. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, like, sometimes, if it's okay with that person who you vented to, like, just, just need to release it out to, you know what I'm saying? But it's different when you do it on a consistent basis, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I will say it's different. I feel like it depends on the person. Like, if you, like, really, really close, like, to the point I'll damn near consider you a close friend or a best friend, I feel like you're going to know that I'm going to say something.
Yeah, that's.
But like, if you're somebody that's like new into my life and I really could tell like you just trying to vent, but like you don't know me like that to like not take what I say personally. I feel like people that are really close to me know that I'm not meaning harm by what I'm saying. Like, I'm genuinely saying this, and you know that, and you knew when you texted me or you called me that I was gonna say some shit. Like, I'm not about to agree with everything that you're saying. Like, that's one thing. Like, let me just say that I'm not agreeing with everything people saying. Like, I don't care who you are.
Especially if wrong is wrong, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I might say it a little differently, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you that wasn't right. Like, you can vent and prove your point. I think maybe that's the problem too. People like to prove their point.
Yeah,
baby, you don't need to prove your point.
And operating out of ego. That's one thing. People don't even realize it. I can say it myself. Like, we often operate out of ego. We always want to be right. Prove your point. And it's like, sometimes you don't even need to do that, bro. Like, just let it go. Let it be. Like, it's not that serious. Like, if you just sit back sometimes, if you sit back and take away the ego, you're like, oh, you see where that person coming from. You understand not to stop taking shit so personally. It all ties in. Stop taking shit so personally. All the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, relax. Stop operating out of ego, man. Y'all don't even know it.
I just feel like also people need to find people that fit for them. Yes. Like, stop trying to like find people that are in your like niche or your field. Like, of course they're gonna disappoint you. Like, I mean, nobody should be disappointing anybody, but at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of things would be prevented if you would just find people that you know. Like, even if people was to talk about you, be like, oh, why she hanging out with them? They weird. Girl, she connects with them. Like, that's her vibe. Like, that's what she cool with. Or even people you knew for a long ass time and y'all 2 different people. Like, it's okay. Y'all can still be friends, but understand that y'all relationship is not the same as what it was. Like, and that's my biggest thing. Like, this is why it's hard for me. Like, when people I've had a problem with or beef with or whatever case may be, like, I have gotten better with not holding grudges. I will say that. But it's hard for me to like try to be friends with you again, like, because I can't look at you in a different light. It's just like, yeah, we're good, but to consider you a friend is crazy. And then you really do have to watch out for the people that use all the shit against you, like that's weird behavior too. I don't like that. Like, but you was never my friend.
Yeah, or like they can't wait till y'all start being friends, and then go all of a sudden all this shit to say like. Damn, what was this? Like, oh, you been packing this up. Like, this shit happened years ago. You remember, but you remember it. You kept it in your memory bank just so in case of this moment ever popped up, you can say this shit.
And
you
that's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like, come on. Like, so would you ever really be my friend? Like.
And then how much of this information you been telling other people while we been friends though? Because that be going on too. Like,
yeah.
Baby, they probably been spilling your beans. Now they about to spill it even more. But I feel like people that take it to the internet and really start spilling, oh yeah, baby, you're weird.
But see, that's also you gotta pay attention to energy with people. Like, imagine you around someone consistently, and they always talking about their friends to you, about, you know, their other friends about you, or you know, always, you know, spilling somebody's information. So just imagine what they doing about you if they talking about all these others. Baby, they gonna
also,
be
I want to talk about isolation. Like, don't feel bad for having to isolate yourself from like friends, family, or people in general.
Yes.
Like, because I feel like everybody need it. Like, this just goes back into spirituality. When you're very in tune with yourself, a lot of things can be prevented. And not only that, you know your worth, and you know what you want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you don't have isolation, you always around people. There's too many energies. You not even think about your own thoughts at this point. And you not even like, you just not working on yourself how you should be working on yourself. Like, you just very like you know how people be saying like they're very lost. Like, no, you're very lost because, girl, you keep on trying to kick it outside with your friends, and that's not doing anything for you. Now 5 years later, baby, you got one friend that done graduated college. You know what I'm saying? Now you still struggling at the same job you don't want to be at.
Instead of following your passions.
Like, you know, like, people should really be like,
what do you do what you want to do? Like, stop waiting for others. Like, what you need somebody else to hold your hand for?
No, for real. If you do, shit, get your mama. And if you don't have her, I'm so sorry. But find somebody. I do always feel like people should have at least that one friend or that one person that they can confide in, just in case you are really going through it in your own mind. Because I'm not gonna lie, your mind is a very powerful thing. Like, I don't think people understand that, but you know, this is why people do be committing suicide and stuff like that, because their mind eats at them, like, and they have nobody to talk to. Like, yeah, you can write, but I feel like if certain things aren't working for you, please find somebody to confide in. Like it just has to be that one person. Everybody has that one person out there that they really can like be locked in with.
And my mom always said, you always good to have at least one good friend in life. So, like, I know God bless everybody with at least one good friend and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it's just y'all two, it's just y'all two. Don't be ashamed of that.
Triple it. We need a third of me.
Everybody feel like they gotta have groups. I'm telling you, them groups be the most messiest thing. I don't do
most
groups.
problems come in.
I do not do groups. Listen, I done had my fair share of that. I don't do groups. Baby, me and my friends, we good over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say that, I mean that. Like, there is no confusion about it. But can't say the same for the rest of you. I'm so sorry. But y'all, we gonna wrap this up because I just feel like we about to go on, and we don't need to go on and on. This is just a little sneak peek. If y'all want a part 2, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Comment down below. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure if y'all want a tattoo or some artwork, DM Aminah. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay, make sure y'all hit that bell.
Come on now.
Come this way. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. This video. Stay blessed.
Bye, Bookies.
I'm out of town, I do not know when I'll be back.